This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand for Wednesday, July 5th, 2023. I'm Gary Dick. Desiree Riley was clicking around on YouTube a year ago when a creator talked about communities that would pay for people to move there. Enter Indianapolis-based Make My Move, which offers incentives for workers to move to Indiana. Co-founder Evan Hawk calls it retail economic development. The Indiana Economic Development Corporation has provided matching funds for communities to support the endeavor. From that investment, the company has produced an estimated $13.7 million in annual economic impact in local spending, tax income, and new jobs.
We're helping hundreds of thousands of people sort of find their place. We have about 25 programs just in Indiana that are actively recruiting these new workers, and for them, it's a lot like a form of economic development. Rather than recruit businesses to relocate, they can recruit those individual workers, which is really great, especially for rural America, where probably have been shut out of the sweepstakes for companies like Amazon, but we have some of these communities actively recruiting Amazon engineers, for instance.
Blackford Hospital, a 15-bed rural hospital in Hartford City, plans to close its emergency room and end inpatient care services, citing a reduction in patient volume. The move means patients who need acute hospital care, including surgery or trauma care, will need to travel more than 20 miles to Jay Hospital in Portland, Ball Memorial Hospital in Muncie, or Marion General in Marion. Tennessee-based Transport Enterprise Leasing is marking the opening of its multi-million-dollar fleet maintenance and reconditioning facility in Greenfield. The commercial truck and trailer leasing company said the facility employs about 30 people now, with the potential for future growth. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio. For 25 years, we've had the honor of telling the story of Indiana business. More than 1,300 shows, 8,000 interviews. We've traveled from Valparaiso to Versailles, Fort Wayne to Fort Branch, and everywhere in between. And we are just getting started. Our team is passionate about Indiana business because your story is worth telling. Join us every week as we travel the state to bring you Indiana's story. Inside Indiana Business, 25 years and counting. 3 Indiana cities are among the top 10 housing markets when it comes to the availability of jobs and cheap housing. That according to personal finance website Go Banking Rates. Evansville is the highest ranked city in Indiana at #2 with a typical home value of $168,000 and a typical rent of $826 per month. Fort Wayne is #4 on the list. Birmingham, Alabama ranks #1. You can view the entire list at InsideIndianaBusiness.com. Acorn Distributors has opened a new Brownsburg headquarters. The janitorial and food service distributor broke ground on its new 125,000 square foot facility in May of last year after announcing that it would move operations from its former facility in Indianapolis. Purdue University researchers will be partnering with Sweden-based aerospace manufacturer Saab to study new technology in battlespace situational awareness. Their research will focus on how to use artificial intelligence to automatically detect threats in complex environments, that according to a Purdue news release. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.